Hey y'all, I'm back with another process video, and this is going to be Project Life, and this is week 16, and I'm using the April 2016 Project Life kit and a couple of other kits as well, but mostly using the Project Life kit from Hip Kit Club. I'm starting with those cards that Kim Watson designed that came in the Project Life kit, and I'm using an 8.5 by 11 spread, and so the top left and bottom left cards are 2x4, and you've seen me do this type of layout before. And so I'm going to use those Pink Fresh Studio alphas and then those LA Studio black alphas for my title. I'm also just kind of looking to see how I want to set up these photos, and do I want to mat them on papers. And I do pull papers from the main kit to mat some of my photos. So I'm pulling this LA Studio paper from the kit, and then I'm also, and that word paper is like one of my favorite papers, and so I do use that in on two of my cards in this process video. So I've done some journaling before I started this video so that I would make it a little bit quicker, and so I went ahead and printed that, and then or used my typewriter, and then I'm going to mat that on some of these papers as well. And here's where I'm using that super cute word paper by LA Studio, and that it's like in different fonts, and it just kind of adds a little extra touch. So I really liked that. And then I'm going to use that same pink paper that I was using to mat my other two items up above, and that's Amy Tangerine Better Together paper. So now I'm looking at these Pink Fresh Studio epoxy stickers, and I do use one, I think it says today, and I use that on that bottom card. And then I'm pulling some different border strips from this Shamel Lane sticker sheet that we got in our Project Life kit, and I love the way that those kind of added just some extra touches to these cards. And you'll see at the top I kind of added them like a little wonky and didn't do them perfectly straight, and that's kind of how I wanted it. These are my Mind's Eye wood veneer pieces, and they are already sticky back, and so I'm just pulling those off. I do have a little bit of trouble with one because I didn't realize that the glue that comes on it, I didn't realize that like you don't use that. That's just to keep it on the plastic sheet. And so I went ahead and like placed it onto my card, and then of course I couldn't pull it up because it was stuck. But the rest of them besides the H were fine, and that was my fault. So I added an ampersand there at the top just to add a little bit more interest to that card. And then now I'm going to add some of this really cute thin washi from Amy Tangerine Better Together. And I believe we got that in our main kit. And I have some of these cut aparts left over from my last layout, and those are the ones designed by Kim Watson. So they complement these cards very well. And I added a little rubber sticker from Pink Fresh Studio. And I love those little rubber stickers, or rubber pieces. And I just added my own adhesive on the back of those. And then here's some more journaling that I pulled. And I think I'm just documenting what we did this week, but I'm documenting some of my baby's milestones. Like I think she was starting to really grab at faces and pull and that kind of thing. So I wanted to document that. And now I'm working on the second page. And so you'll see here that I'm trying to find a vertical card that works with that 2x4 slot there at the bottom. So I just cut this one up, but I realized I cut too much off of one side, so I'll go ahead and just cut it up, and then I'm going to just mat it on another piece of paper. And I think I use wood grain paper from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. So I add that in place, and then to add some more touches of the wood grain, I do add a few more pieces of that, and you'll see that here in a second. So I cut up this other card, and I really loved that black and white stripe and wanted to add it to my layout, but that card said Happy Day on it, and so it would have been mostly covered up. So I went ahead and took the black and white stripe off of it, and I can use the Happy Days or Happy Day for something else. And that top card is not a card that she designed. It's it's a one that I cut up myself, and it's from the Better Together collection. So here's where I'll kind of tame that paper by just placing some wood grain right on top, and I really like the way that turned out. And then I'm going to add the wood grain in a couple of other places, just like I was talking earlier. And And then I'll just start to embellish here in a second. And here's where I'll add that word paper again from Ellie Studio. And then I have another piece of that cut apart left, which I love those. I love how versatile the cut aparts can be. And so I used those quite a bit on my last layout and also on this spread. Adding a few more of those wood grain pieces, or those wood veneer pieces, and then I'm also using a piece of the Pink Fresh washi tape strips that have like little sayings on it, and then another one of those Pink Fresh rubber, they're not stickers, but they're little rubber embellishments, and I use my own adhesive on those. And then a paper clip from our kit, the Project Life kit, and then a couple other little extra things, and then I think I'm going to complete it here in a second. I don't think I do a whole lot more. I actually think that I thought about using that, but it kind of just seemed a little like to be adding too much to that card, so I decided not to. So here is the final product, and here's some final photos coming up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this process, and let me know if you have any questions.